Talk to the hand, because the face just doesn't understand. Get ready to hold your pearls, Mary, because I'm about to give you the truth here. I am 30 years old. I know. So I lived through the 90s, and so what I'm noticing now in social media and pop culture and the next generation of teenagers, they are just fascinated with the 90s. Well, let me give you a quick education on what it means to live in the 90s. Here we go. Music. So in the 90s, music was a big deal. I think some of the best music I have ever experienced was in the 90s. I was born in 1984, and so I was growing up through the 90s. It was like 5 through age 15. In the 90s, you had two choices of music. You could have a Walkman, which if you don't know what a Walkman is, it was a portable music device, much like an iPod or an iPhone, an MP3 player, but instead of playing files on a computer, it played physical, like magnetic tape and CDs. So in the 90s, you would have a cassette tape of, say, Ace of Base, and you would have their whole album on here. You make what was called a mixtape. So you could put like your favorite songs all in one tape, but that took a long time. Normally just had one album for one band. So you had to like play the whole thing or like rewind it, which doesn't exist anymore. If you were really lucky, you had a CD player, but CDs back then were really expensive. Not like today. CDs they were like $15, $16 back then. Thing like this, put batteries in it, but the batteries didn't last very long. You didn't have Spotify, Pandora, all these different apps you have on your phone. TV shows. The only way to watch TV shows was to actually watch them on TV. You had to be in front of your TV at a certain time. With VCRs, you could record it, but not a lot of people had like the VCR that had like the schedulability. We definitely didn't have DVR. We definitely didn't have on demand or on the go or whatever. Yeah, in the 90s there was a thing called books. B-O-O-K-S, books. And we'd go to this place called the library. We would go and check out these books and then we would read them. We didn't have the internet back then. We could just type in deadliest plants on Google and come up with the most. We had to like go to what was called an encyclopedia and like read the book to find the information we needed. What we had was called a card catalog, which was a huge like filing cabinet thing, was huge. And it had little bitty index cards like this size, and it would have like the author and the title and the year and like a little description. And you had to like go to that card catalog. A, know your topic, B, know the author, or C, know the title of the book, and look up find that book somehow in this file cabinet of little bitty cards. When they said it was a project, it was a project. It took you 6 weeks to finish one paper. Phones. We had phones back in the 90s, but we didn't have cell phones. There was no texting. If a person like went to the store, somebody at home forgot to tell them to pick up some bread, you just have to wait till they came back. Or we had what was called beepers. Dial the number and the other person would get what's called a page. Pick it up and it was like a little bitty screen like this big, and it would have like a number of who paged you. And you would have to go to a landline. We had payphones back then. You had to pay like quarters. A payphone, call that person back and see what they wanted. Taking a picture, you took a picture on what's called film, actual like celluloid film. You would snap a picture, you couldn't see what the picture was, and you would take it to a store like a Walgreens or a CVS, and they would what's called develop them, right? And you would develop these pictures, and you would have to like go through them, and half of them were just awful, out of focus, or you were making a funny face, someone's eyes was closed. Like you had what was called photo albums, like physical photo albums you kept at your house. Nowadays, we just have an Instagram. Okay, so that does it for my video about 90s kids. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out new videos every single day in April. If you think I'm funny, you want to follow me more places, follow me on Twitter at Zach Backstrom. And I challenge you, if you are under the age of 25, I challenge you to a 90s kids challenge and not use any devices that were not invented in the 90s. If the item wasn't invented then, it didn't exist, you cannot use it. Let's see if you can pass that challenge. If you can pass that challenge, I will deem you an honorary 90s kid. I promise. You will be like the most awesome person in the world. All right, we'll see you later tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, internet. So long. Bye.